This is a high-tech combat training center in Korea, where laser bullets are used instead of live ammunition to simulate actual combat situations. It runs on MILES, a scientific combat training system that is based on electronics, laser optics, and communication technologies. This innovative change in Korea's combat training system was ushered in by the technological prowess of Korea Elecom, a subsidiary of LG CNS that has been the pioneer in Korea's IT sector. Having positioned itself as a leading defense contractor in the simulation and communication industries, Korea Elecom supplies MILES to all armed forces in Korea, boasting a market share of 90% in the country. In the days before the development of MILES, tactical training was a perfunctory ritual. Because actual shooting was not possible, the conventional training methods were not enough to prepare the soldiers for actual combat, no matter how hard they trained. The introduction of MILES, however, has made hands-on combat training possible, while also enabling a scientific analysis based on which weaknesses can be identified and improved. Troops are divided into allies and enemies and engage in real-time combat training. By applying information and communication technologies, optical science, etc., MILES simulates the effects of various tactical weapons in the training field, including direct and indirect fire weapons, mines, chemical projectiles, and obstacles, thereby offering lifelike combat experience to the trainees. Trainees get to shoot laser beams instead of live ammunition, using a laser transmitter mounted on each weapon that mimics the effective range and rate of fire of the actual weapon. The personal detector set worn by each trainee features sensors that receive the laser beams and a display that shows the amount of damage sustained by the trainee. It also comes with a communications function that sends the trainee's personal combat information to the training center on a real-time basis. In the case of indirect fire weapons, the center location of the targeted area is computed and sent to the training control center, causing damage to those who are within the shell's lethal radius. The alignment fixture is equipment that helps with the sight alignment for the laser transmitter, similar to an actual weapon. When the laser beam is shown onto the screen, the amount of corrections to be made automatically shows up at the top of the display, helping the trainee adjust the sight more quickly and conveniently. Using a remote control, the training controller can create or remove barbed wire fences, minefields, or a CBR-affected area, and can also handle cheaters, thereby offering diverse live combat experience to the trainees. As was previously mentioned, the personal detector set comes with a wireless communications function that transmits data regarding each trainee's location, status, shooting, etc. to the training analysis equipment. These data also show up on the situation map on a real-time basis. An after-action review takes place once the training session is over, based on the analysis of the situation map and all other observations. Discussing tactics and combat actions based on the analysis results will help improve the troops' combat power immensely. MILES makes it possible to train not only outdoors, but also in urban areas to prepare against terrorism. The system creates diverse lifelike scenarios in urban settings and offers maneuver and combat drills that involve the use of armored vehicles and other equipment, allowing trainees to acquire combat skills as if they were in an actual battle. For the past 4 years, Koreaelecom has been supplying its MILES system to all armed forces in Korea, providing military training to approximately 500,000 individuals annually, a number that is expected to rise continuously. Various studies show that introducing MILES, which places emphasis on providing realistic technical training, has doubled the performance of troops in terms of combat skills, mental combat power, and mission capabilities, while also slashing training costs by 91% compared to live ammunition training. Even more notable is the high level of concentration and satisfaction that the participating trainees showed. Up until now, the use of military training equipment has been considered an option, not a must. No one can argue, however, that in the current international situation, in which the threats posed by terrorism and criminal organizations have grown alarmingly, our top priority is to strengthen national security by turning our limited military resources into elite troops. The MILES system is no longer a mere option, but a necessity. Choose Koreaelecom's MILES system, a proven solution for fostering combat units whose capabilities far exceed their size.